Hi, so this is going to be the first video log in a series of video logs that I'm going to be releasing leading up to the release of my game. I'm an indie game developer from Canada, self-taught, and I've been working on my game for just about 2 years now. And so far I haven't really done any marketing whatsoever or really anything to get the word out. So I think at this point I'm probably at the point now where I can at least somewhat confidently say I'll be able to have a finished product to release sometime in 2019. So I just want to start creating some videos here to show just what I've got so far and see what the interest levels are for a game like this, and try to, obviously try to build some interest. So I'm just gonna run the game here. I'm in Unity. I'm using Unity for my game engine and Blender for all the graphics. So I'm just gonna run the game here. It's a procedurally generated map. It's obviously tile based, and it's full 3D models. So there's a 360 view of the map. There's a camera that can rotate, and you can see the map from 4 different angles. And every time I load the game, the map is going to be procedurally generated, so it's different every time. And we have things like we have loot bags, we have chests. This will be the playable character. There'll actually be 2 playable characters, but so far I just have this one here. There's some little goblin creatures here. These will be the very most basic enemies of the game. And some basic animations. The animations still need work at this point, but that's what I'm going to be focusing on for the next little bit here. But yeah, I've been working on this for almost 2 years now, and I don't know, maybe this doesn't seem like a lot for 2 years of work, but I'm self-taught indie developer. This is just something I'm doing in my free time. I have a full-time job that I work at 40 hours a week, so usually at best I'm only putting about 20 hours a week into this game. So it's sort of slow progress, but like I said, I think I'll be ready to release something sometime this year, so I just want to start getting the word out. I'm just going to run it a few more times here just to show sort of how the maps are generated. And this is only the first world, if you want to call it that. There'll be different types of maps with different assets, like a snow. I'm thinking I'll do a snow world. I'll do a world that's like sort of looks like this, but it'll be like a forest kind of setting like this, but it will be haunted. And then there'll probably be a dungeon map. But it's taken me this long just to get the procedural generation working properly, because it's randomized, but of course it's randomized within certain parameters, so you don't get something that's nonsensical. Like you don't end up with a chest that's facing the wrong way, so it can't be opened or something like that. Just going to keep generating more levels here. Oh, this goblin spawned or the chest spawned on top of the goblin, because he always stays in the same spot. I could move him over here. This spot would never be occupied by a chest or a rock or a tree or anything like that. But I'm thinking it'll be a turn-based, like a turn-based RPG slash roguelike style of game, and it'll be released on mobile. It'll be released for Android first, and then once I get that working, I'll release for iPhone. and then maybe other platforms after that. Like maybe I'll make a desktop version, but that's far off at this point. For now, I'll focus on the mobile versions, and then maybe I'll do more later on. But the idea of the game is that essentially there'll be a set number of turns for each map. So for example, you'll have 10 turns, and you'll have to choose between whether or not you want to prioritize collecting loot on each level in order to make your character stronger that way, or you can prioritize defeating enemies to get experience and level up. So that'll be sort of how the strategy comes in, and it will be turn-based, but there'll be a time limit on each turn, so that you can't take like 10 minutes to decide what you do. I want there to be a certain aspect of urgency there. So I think probably the player will have maybe 30 or 45 seconds to complete their turn, and then it will become the enemy turn, and the enemies will move, and then it will go back to the player, and it'll sort of work like that. But this is just a short little video. This is, like I said, the first video log that I'm doing. I'll plan on releasing 1 or 2 video logs a month. I don't want to do more than that because I want to focus just almost entirely on pushing forward with the development of the game, and not get too hung up on trying to do a video log every day or every week. Like, that's just too much. So I'll do 1 or 2 a month, and just to sort of keep people posted with how the progress is coming. Like I said, it's slow going because this is only a part-time hobby for me. So there's some key features on the map. There's a power-up rune that spawns randomly, so the type of the rune will be randomized, and the location is randomized as well. There's a water tile on each map where the character can drink, and they'll recover stamina and HP and energy for casting spells and things like that. There's a chest that spawns up on top of the rocks on every level, and then there's another chest that spawns down on the ground. So there'll be 2 chests on every level, and then one of them will be locked, and one of them will be unlocked, and one of them will always be up, and one of them will always be down, like this. Just gonna go ahead and generate a few more levels here. Obviously there's still some placeholders here. These buttons don't really do anything at the moment, but I just put them in for now for sizing purposes. And there'll also be another button that I'll add in to change the vertical angle of the camera as well. So instead of just rotating around the map, you'll also be able to shift the map, like, just one sec, where's my camera here? I think I can. No, that doesn't work. Oh, game camera. Okay, yeah, so there'll be a button to allow you to shift the camera like this to get a different view on the map. Right now I'm obviously just doing it manually, but that'll be one of the next things I'll add in. Yeah, that's it. Just not a whole lot for this first log. I just want to get started here with a quick and easy one, and yeah, I'm gonna be focusing for the next month basically just on modeling characters, modeling all the enemies, creating all the animations. There's going to be either 4 or 5 playable characters that you can choose from. This is the first one. So yeah, I've got a lot of work to do modeling and animating. but that's what I'll be focusing on. So hopefully by the time I release the next video log, I'll have most of my characters finished, and you know, a good amount of the enemy units as well, and you know, hopefully I can get that all done within the month here. So that's about it. I just want to see what kind of interest there is for something like this, and if you are interested, if this is something that you're excited about, or seems like it would be fun, go ahead and like the video or leave a comment or subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.